outdoor cats. But we had outdoor cats out here for 30 years, and none of them died, none other than old age. None of them got killed. One of the Himalayan kittens who doesn't come up, but is like sister to Praline, I found dead this morning. Something bit holes in her. And she was alive yesterday. And I can't find most of the other cats. Taki and her babies, except JJ's here. Joshua's here. I cannot find Praline. Praline's freaking me out. Praline's the one that I was taking to the vet this morning. I should have put him on my porch last night. I don't care what Dino said. I was taking him to the vet this morning to have his first feline leukemia testing, and if it came back negative, I was gonna lock him on my porch for 30 days and have him tested again. And I was getting him some shots, but I couldn't find him to take him to the vet this morning, and I should have looked for him before I went to bed last night. He's here, never been left without his mommy, and he is screaming. Joshua just came up, so I'm going to feed them, and I am devastated. It's like, that's what happens with outdoor cats, but we had outdoor cats forever, and this just happened like last year when we had a bobcat, and then one we lost for feline leukemia. This was not a normal thing for us, but now we don't know what's out here. I think it's because in the last 2 years, they've cut down all the woods around us. What, baby? Want to say hi? Yeah, you mad mommy's gone. She'll be back. She has been kidnapping y'all, but you're usually with her. It's okay. I know, honey. Well, if they don't return, any of them, maybe mommy will take you to the vet. I don't think I'm in the wrong to be upset about it. Of course, Dino's like, they're outside pets. What do you expect? You don't, that's just what happens. I get attached to even other people's pets, right? I don't know how not to. So I'm hoping they're okay. I'm really worried about Praline. Originally at first I thought it just died. Because a lot of the cats over there, they're what we call the barn cats. They don't usually have anything to do with us other than some food. Someone threw them out years ago. And their babies seem to have heart murmurs and not make it. So that's why I thought maybe it had happened, but that's not what happened. And of course, I had to be the one to find it. Do me a favor, don't comment. My daughter doesn't watch the videos, but sometimes she reads the comments and I'm not telling her. I had to go through this a month or two ago too with one of the other ones. Now the other one, I'm not going to say how it died. It got into something it shouldn't have. It wasn't an animal. And it wasn't a poison. It just got into something it shouldn't have. And that I understand. I was sad, but I understood that one because outdoor cats are stupid, right? They don't know the dangers of things in the yards or down the streets. But knowing an animal killed it is like really rough. And not knowing what Praline is or Taki or any of the other babies. Okay, Taki's been taking 3 of her babies off at a time every night. They're usually back by now, but that's okay. I think they're together. It's the Praline is not with his mommy or sister, and it was the other sister who got killed. And that is what is freaking me out, thinking we had bobcats or something, and it took off with Praline. So until Praline comes back, I'm probably going to be a nervous wreck, and I can't help it. Can't help it. The worst part about anxiety is I literally can't think, having trouble doing anything, worried about that stupid cat. Worried, where is he? I know a lot of people will be like, who cares, blah, 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 like Dino does. But I can't help it. And he wasn't just a normal outdoor cat because we have 5 other ones that I play with. But he liked to take his paw and put it on your face to make sure you looked in his eyes constantly. And Dina made it seem like I was allowed to have him. So I allowed myself to like him too much. And now I'm worried. After Honey, I promised myself I wasn't going to get attached to outside cats anymore. I don't know why I got so attached to Praline, and probably I'm so upset because I was literally about to lock him on my porch today after taking him to the vet this morning, and I should have took him last night. He was just having so much fun with all the other cats, and we've had no problems up until now. And I wouldn't be so concerned if I didn't find the other one the way I did. And one of the other mama cats is missing one of her kittens, or it's just off somewhere, I don't know. And the porch kitties, all of them are gone with Taki, but she's been doing this, so I'm not worried about them. She's been taking 3 off and leaving 1. Y'all, my is this no more that I used to walk on? If you watched me for years, you would know I had a trail. It is always underwater now, and the main trail part, there are trees, huge trees, blocking the whole entire trail. So there is no more walking back there. So if he happens to be hiding back there, I won't be able to go find him. There's a lot of acreage we can't even get to. And I gotta be careful because we've seen copperheads. So I'm heading back towards the house. And I guess I need to stop looking for him. I got 10,000 steps in looking for him today. Like I said, last night he didn't come until evening time, which was right now. That's why I came back looking for him. But usually I don't see his mama and sister when I can't find him. And I've seen his mama and sister. They ate today. And his other sister's the one I lost. So yeah, I need to stop coming outside and playing with cats. I cannot emotionally take it. Alright, I made my dad and mom a lot of New York strips because they started turning and smelling even though they're less than 3 days old. And they were cut fresh, and my fridge is not bad. I grinded up sirloin and made Dino 2 big burgers, Haley I think 3 big burgers, and I also cooked her a bunch of hot dogs that her and my dad like because they like to warm it up later. She eats hers cold. I'm making center cut pork chops in case they go bad too. I've grinded me up medallion sirloin. It's supposed to be my dinner. It's supposed to be the only meal I eat today because I wasn't hungry, and y'all, I'm not hungry. I don't plan on eating it. I'm too upset. I no longer eat my emotions because that used to be something I did. When I was upset or stressed or scared or worried, I would run to sugar. Now, I've noticed this past month, now when I'm upset, worried, stressed, any of those things, I am not hungry at all. There's no hunger, there's no desire to eat. And that is what I hear from a lot of normal people without insulin resistance, is when they're upset, they have no desire to eat. They don't eat their emotions. Like the ice cream is not what they think of when they're upset. Food's farthest from their mind, which is rare because why do you think people bring tons of food to funerals? Because a lot of people eat a lot at a funeral because emotions, especially in the South, we eat our feelings. But in the last month, I am the farthest thing from eating my feelings of everything that's happened. Food is always the last stop. So something's reversing inside my brain, inside my body. So that is a good thing. But I'm going to pull these off really nice and melted. And Maybe I'll eat them at leftovers. Maybe in a little bit I'll eat one when I take my meds. But honestly, I don't know. Thank God. Praline has come home a little wet. And I don't see any injuries. I'll check him out when he's done eating. JJ never left here. Taki's come back, but she didn't bring any of her other 3 babies with her. She's done this before. It's why I'm not freaked out. Taki, I'm not going to follow you. You brought the babies to the woods, and I can't walk through there. Yeah. All right, y'all. This is my yard. That's the houses. Do you see how close? They got another one going there, and another one going on the other side of that one. I would get pissed if I had that one. It's downhill. All these people's stuff is going to wash in their yard 24/7. Okay. It's very hard for me to leave Praline out here. But Dino has now scared me to death, saying if I brought it on the porch and it happens to have a disease and it gives it to our cats even though they're inside, I would be murdering our cats. So he's messing with my brain too much, so now I can't do it. And the next vet thing that's open, because I'm taking him to Tractor Supply first, because if he does have feline leukemia, I wouldn't be taking him to a normal vet. I would just, like I said, Tractor Supply. That way they can tell me. So he's back. I really wish I could put him on my porch, but like I said, Dina has really messed with my head. I should go get the lights out of the car. I meant to put them up. I was putting these little ones up today too, but I have another strand that goes here. It's in the car. I'm still not hungry, so I'm not going to eat. I'm actually thirsty. I'm just going to go drink water. And it's after 7, so I'm going inside and resting and hanging laundry. I got Dino's laundry I'm doing. And no, he can't hang his own laundry. His back's hurt too bad. He can't bend in there and hang them up and all that garbage. This is why when someone tells you something's too heavy, do not lift it, because then you're out of commission for months. Alright, it is 8:30. And I know if you watch this video, you might be like, girl, you should have put the cat on your porch because tomorrow you'll regret it. Well, maybe the other cat just had an injury and it got infected or something, which is possible. I don't know. It was really, like, I don't know. But here's the problem. I'm one of these people, you can guilt me. And like, making the wrong decision, it drives me insane because I have a fear of making the wrong decision. And I make decisions even though I'm afraid it's going to be the wrong decision. And last night, today I was mad because I felt like I allowed someone else to make the decision for me. And I should have just done what I wanted to do, was put the cat on the porch. But now, Dino has put it in my brain, what if it has feline leukemia? What if it has something and I won't be able to take it, like I said, for 2 weeks, and then I give it to my cats and I kill my inside cats, which is pretty dramatic and probably wouldn't happen, but now I have that fear in my head. I wish anything the shelters weren't full right now. Tons of people have kittens again this time of year, and all the shelters are full. At least one of the kittens did get to go to the shelter and did get adopted a week ago, but it was in the shelter that whole time. That is, 2 months ago I told y'all about the kitten, and it got passed through 3 different shelters during that time, but it found a forever home. But right now, even the home volunteer shelters that are ran in people's homes are all full again. Because these are adorable kittens, especially Praline. I've never, other than my indoor cats, I've never seen an outdoor cat so affectionate, so loving. He could be starving and he'd rather get love and pets than eat. Then he goes and eats afterwards. He looks you in the eye. He touches your face. He is so adorable. So adorable. But even putting on Facebook or any of the neighborhood groups, doesn't matter. There are tons of kittens that look just like him that are indoor kittens who has already had some of their vaccines, and people can't even get anyone to adopt them. But the other kittens haven't come back, but Taki's been doing this thing where she takes them off, leaves them, comes home, and waits to see who makes it back. Matilda was gone for like 15 hours one day because of the little experiment. She got lost. But I guess that's what outdoor cats do. They have a mommy taking care of them. I was just terrified that something carried off Praline. I was terrified. He came home wet. He was wet, and he fell out of a tree when he came home. So I don't know if he had come home and got in a tree, or if maybe he was hiding in a tree all day. I don't know, but he fell out of the tree. But I know I get emotional with it. It's not just my cat. I was watching people on TikTok last night telling their story of the loved ones that they lost in Western North Carolina, how it happened, all their horses that drowned, and cows, and their dogs, and cats. And I was watching this little lady who had gotten saved. She was inside her house as it was floating down the river, and they rescued her, and her dog was in her hand, but to pull her in, they made her let go of her dog. And it was a little tiny, like, not a chihuahua, but a Shih Tzu, I think. And it couldn't, after they pulled her in, it was under. There's no way they could grab it too. It was too late. It never came back up. But she thought her husband had been saved before her, but unfortunately he was not as well, because he went under, and that was it. They never saw him again. He never came back up, just like the dog. So I'm trying not to cry. Listening to her story was really hard, and I know people's going to say, well, don't listen to them. However, right now, she had a farm, and she had a TikTok, and watching these, the ones that are other people are posting, they are swearing that the money they make for you watching and reposting is going to these people. And then I think it was a family member that did hers to help try to raise some money. So yes, that's why I'm watching. And don't worry, I'm not like my daughter. I'm not going to go into deep depression like she does. She can't watch that stuff at all. But for reasons, sending more supplies and money right now, let's just say there's shit going on in North Carolina that they're saying isn't real, and it's spreading rumors and false narratives that are not false narratives and not rumors. So if the only way I know I can help that they actually get the money, that it's actually their TikTok and they're actually going to get money from it to watch that, I will watch it. I will watch their stories all day long. Because right now it seems like there's no other way to help, literally. Like, I can't tell you how much things are not false narratives that people are swearing that they are. Even people swearing that they live there and saying it's false narrative and it's not true. I'm not too sure those people really live there. I'm not too sure those people aren't lying, because I know people that are there. And it is so worse than anyone knows. It is horrifying what I am being told, and that's not even on TikTok. That's like actual person. But anyways, I am doing some laundry right now. I have not gotten hungry. I'm just not eating today. I've had 2 coffees today, and that is it. And water, a lot of water. I am just not hungry. One, I think it was because I was upset, and then usually after the stress is relieved, I'm itching. I got covered in mosquito bites today. I usually then get hungry, but I haven't gotten hungry, so I'm just skipping eating. We'll see tomorrow. I've decided the rule is I'm listening to my body. If my body says starts craving a pickle, we eat a pickle. If my body starts craving bacon, we eat bacon. Does my body want cheese? Do I need more than 1 or 2 coffees? How much water? Just listen to my body. Do I want a salad today? Okay, let's eat that. Does my body need more fat, more protein? I have decided that is how I'm doing it. I'm sticking to basically the rough measurements from In Your Carb Confusion Phase 1. That's Eric Westman, Amy Berger's book. I'm sticking to that. But like he says, you just listen to your body. You eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're not. If you're not hungry, you don't eat. Period. Simple as that. And that is what I'm doing. And we will see. And yes, I am going to have a weigh-in on day 61. That would be 2 months of doing back strict keto. And we'll see what my weight is then. And I can't stop yawning. I'm so sorry. I've had a rough mental day. I was brushing one of my cats, so I have cat hair all over me too. But, so, I'm just going to shut up now. And tomorrow is going to be a house cleaning and go nowhere day. Alright, I haven't got dressed or anything yet. It is the 6th. I forgot to make a video last night. We went back out there. All the kittens were out there. Taki, Joshua, all the kittens. Boots and her other baby with Praline. Before she's the mama, the one we lost. I have not gone out there today. I don't want to freak myself out, and I'm sure they're just going to come and go. And like I said, I'm really hoping it was just an injury. It definitely was not a dog bite or anything like that. But they all came back, they were all playing, I got to sleep. So I need to try to remember, like everyone else. Well, my parents were very upset. You should see my dad, who can't even walk really, always in bed, flying as fast as he could out of his bed onto the porch, onto the chair, so he could hold and pet Praline. My mom's allergic to cats. Like, she has asthma, and they cause her to have asthma attacks, so they can't bring any in the house. Because if they could, I can tell you right now, Praline and Rocky would probably, and Haley would pick Ginger. Like, they would be in the house, okay? They would not be outside cats. But my mom can't have them in our house. And I'm probably not even going to bring Praline in. The process to make sure he has nothing is going to be long, and I don't think he would want to stay on the porch for a couple of months, not being able to see any other cats and not being able to get off the porch. But I still might take him on the 12th, if I can find him, and still get him tested and still get him his Stimper shots and all of that. It's too expensive to do all of them. It's sad how expensive it is, but it really is. So, but anyways, I'm going to go see if I can get Dino to wake up, because I want to go to Costco today, but he's probably going to say no. But I really want to go to Costco, but it's already 11, so I don't know. Alright, y'all, I've been out here for hours. Let's see how many steps I got in. Yesterday, being worried about the cat, I got 15,000 steps in. So, what? Only 4,000? That's it. That is it. Something's in my eye. Okay. Return. So, we already know about this. But let me show you what I did today. So, I hauled dirt and did that flower pot. Hauled dirt and did this flower pot. I have Dino weed eated, but I pulled out all those weeds first. See this big, giant, huge pile? I did that. Okay, so look how much prettier everything looks. I've taken 99% of all the states down, tied them up, and put them underneath the carport. All the green states. I'm waiting for those to be finished, and then I'll add them together. I planted flowers here as well. If you've been watching my channel, you can see that where all the weeds and everything I have pulled out today. I tried to get as much of the cucumber off of these things as possible without getting a ladder. It was getting all in my eye too. Did all over here. I did the weed eater a little myself until he stopped me. Weed eated in here. And here you can see, pulled out all the old plants. Went up in between these, weed eated, like pulled all the weeds out of these beds that I could. I didn't have the strength. I cannot get these to pull out. They are way too buried in. Got rid of the cucamelon that never really gave me anything. And these are my carrots. They're very tiny. They did not work. But they grew flowers on the top of them. I think they were too close together and hiding too much. Okay, did this side as well. Now we can get up here. Oh, I hate that. I'll show you over here. Got these ones in the ground finally. And these ones without passing out. I'll show you what it looks like. Plus you see, we got all this done. So, slowly de-redneckifying it. Slowly trying to make it look pretty. The summer was just too hot. Dino's back went out. Just wasn't working. I need to come out here this evening and water some of these plants though. We still got the whole grilling section and this section over here. And then it will be all nice again. It's just over here he has a toilet that we're either turning into a flower bed or getting rid of, but with his back, that's not happening right now. So it's time to go take a shower, y'all. Oh, I haven't eaten anything if you were wondering. It's after 2. Alright, it is almost 3. I am having 7.5 ounces of my turkey meat, 1 ounce Kobe Jack cheese Tillamook, 4 pieces of my bacon, and some petite pickles. Alright, there might be a chance this is the ending of my video, even though it's early. I am not going to be cooking. I didn't even eat all that turkey meat. About 3 ounces of it was way too much for me. So I ate like 4.5, something like that. And I gave some of my cats in the house some of that. And I gave some outdoor cats some of it as well. That way none of them got too much of it. I'm exhausted. Taki did take off with 3 of her kittens. That is usual. Praline was here this morning along with every other kitten, and Taki left Matilda behind. Matilda is the one that she normally takes with her. Like, she's always been with her. She's even gotten lost 15 hours before she made it back home. It's like she drops them off and then they slowly find themselves home. So Matilda decided she was going to not be alone today. She refused, and she was in the garden with me while I was working. And then she fell asleep in a tree, and I just went out there to go find her, and she was in the tree but somehow got herself all twisted and she couldn't figure out how to untwist herself. So thank God I didn't get any ticks or spiders on me, because I had to move the branches and climb up in there because it is a Christmas tree type, to get her down. She was very upset. But I am exhausted. I am nauseous from the heat. I am overexhausted, overtired. Yesterday I got over 15,000 steps. The day before was 13,000 something. The day before that was a lot. And I did get on the scale. And even though I didn't eat at all yesterday, and I walked all those steps, it said I went up 0.03 on the scale. Like, okay, so almost half a pound. There we go. That almost half a pound. Not really. I don't know why my scale well, I don't know. Okay, so instead of my scale doing like 16 ounces equal a pound, it does like 0.5 and it'll go like to 0.9, and then it goes to the next pound. So yeah, that would be almost half a pound according to my scale. I went up. Now I did drink a lot more water than normal, but I sweated my butt off. So who knows why, and this is why I don't like the scale. I also haven't gone down in a while since the last time I told y'all. The scale hasn't budged. And this is why. Because my first journey of keto, my first weight loss journey, technically was 7 years ago when I first started. So I was younger, right? I was like 39. And I didn't have so much I don't know. It just went fast. I had a lot of wishes. I had a lot of fast, y'all. And let me tell you, I was watching Two Crazy Keto. I can't even talk today. Anyways, I was watching them and they were talking about how you can't compare yourself to some people because some people can eat all this kind of crap like Quest stuff and lose all the weight and have this big giant massive slide of weight loss. That was me. That was me. I was eating the Quest Weekly cups every single day, 1 pack. I was eating like lean beef sticks. I was eating the Quest chips. I was eating the Adaptabars. Oh my gosh, I don't know if they still make it, but they had Adaptabars and they were so yummy, and I was eating a crap ton of those. I ate tons of Sweet and Low. And in the beginning, I didn't realize powdered creamer had carbs, so I was eating way more carbs than I should have been. But for the first three years or more of my journey, I ate Quest peanut butter cups. And different things. Like, they didn't have the peanut butter cups like they do now. Back then, they had other different things, and I ate them. I ate all the Quest bars back then because I had no problems with almonds or peanuts. I didn't have any nut issue. The nut issue came into play after getting the C word. And it had I'm not allergic to them. I have mast cell activation syndrome, which means things that have higher histamines, I'm more likely to have allergic reaction response, and nuts, unfortunately, was the first thing that happened. And I'm not going near nuts because of that reason. Nuts were the first. Chicken, which is, I'm still in shock about chicken. But that's why I'm having a little trouble getting protein in. I'm not gonna lie, because I can't find a turkey right now that is not a deli meat type turkey that I can eat without having the same kind of reactions I do with the chicken. I am having a little issue not liking beef at all. I like my porterhouses. I like a New York strip grinded into a burger, but the New York strip the other day was a different one, and it didn't taste right. And they haven't had porterhouse because their machine's broken to cut it. So I'm going to try to see what the prices of the meat at Costco is and try. Their hens aren't laying, and those were the eggs I could have. And I used to get out of Costco, so I am going to try Costco's again when I can get there. I'm hoping tomorrow. I'm hoping we will see, since, does not want to go. That would make it so much more easier on me. I don't mind him going at all. It's a long drive, and we can do other stuff up there first. But with his back issue, it is a long drive, and it does hurt his back. So I don't mind going by myself, as long as it's not going to be pouring tomorrow. I don't like driving in the rain, especially that far. What else? So I've been having a little trouble getting my protein in. So I am going to try, and yes, I know I'm going to try keto chow very, very soon. But the egg issue is I don't drink keto chow. Every time I try to drink keto chow, it normally hurts my stomach extremely bad. So I don't want to drink it because I'm afraid it will give a false, like, oh, you can't have it, because it makes you sick because it's a drink. And it's the cold, I think it is, because I have cold urticaria, so that's why I drink hot coffees. My water is room temperature. Whatever the room temperature is what I can drink. I cannot put ice in it. I miss ice. I did so much ice before getting the C word and hitting mast cell. But with the mast cell, it is triggering my cold allergy. I'm allergic to the cold. If I go outside in the cold without a jacket on, I'm covered in hives really, really fast. But I was always able to, like, eat ices and stuff and be fine. But I wasn't for over a year. I haven't tried it lately. I've been too scared. So it's one thing after another. I swear. So I'm going to try the Fairlife of vanilla protein shakes. I used to drink them all the time, especially the chocolate, but chocolate can be a mast cell trigger because of the cocoa. So I'm going to try the vanilla today because I need more protein in, y'all. I need more protein in, and I used to do it with egg whites, a lot of egg whites, but that's not happening. However, really soon as I get my kitchen put together, as soon as I'm not so tired, y'all, my arms feel like jello. Okay, I am wiped from all the lifting I've done in the last 4 days. I'm going to try making the protein spare modified fast bread recipe. Taking loosely Wendy's version, and I am going to put a keto chow in it. And I think it's going to be blueberry. Because blueberry was one I never had a reaction to. I used to never have a reaction to snickerdoodles or chocolate toffee or anything with a cinnamon, but cinnamon's a no-no for mast cell. So all I'm doing is waiting for my mast cell to completely shut up so I can start eating all this stuff again and have my keto journey be easier. It's shut up a lot, y'all. I'm eating pickles again. I just ate all those pickles and no heartburn. I'm eating bacon again. I'm eating different cheeses. I'm eating beef. Yes. I've been eating lettuce. I've been having mayonnaise. None of that stuff was allowed with my mast cell. My mast cell literally, when it was going crazy, the only things I could digest and not throw up was Hawaiian rolls, low sodium ham and turkey by Boar's Head only. I tried multiple different brands of different kinds and always had a reaction. And Kobe Jack cheese, any kind of Kobe Jack cheese I was fine with. I prefer the Lidl one. I really do. I think it just tastes so much better. Tillamook used to be my favorite until I tried the Lidl one, and I don't really like Tillamook at all. I also never buy shredded cheese anymore. I don't need that cornstarch. I don't need that ickiness. I just do it myself. But that's all I could eat. I could eat that. Anything else I was getting sick from. I was going to be throwing up. I was going to be shaking. My blood pressure was going to go to the ground, and my heart rate was going to go sky high. I was going to get covered in hives, and even grapes was swelling my throat shut. Now, I did get away with 1 billion pounds during the summer of blackberries. There were days that I ate nothing but the farm fresh blackberries. I spent over $200 this past summer on blackberries. I'm not going to lie, because I would buy the big giant, I think it's the five gallon ice cream bucket type thing. It comes with the blackberries in it. It was $20 a piece, and I would go there at least once a week or every 5 days and buy one. And that's what I was living on when I did not feel like having, because if I was to eat the deli meat, it had to be with that roll. Without it, I was throwing up. It had to be that combination. So I ate a lot of blackberries. And some of it was when I wasn't filming. Those, when I was just doing the blackberries only, I wasn't really gaining weight, but I couldn't just continue to just eat blackberries. And then when I would go eat the stupid Hawaiian rolls, and it was only one a day, 2 Hawaiian rolls and some deli meat and cheese. So I was literally under 800 calories every single day this summer, working my butt off in my vegetable garden, sweating to death, probably getting heat exhaustion multiple times, and throwing up a lot. Still, even though I was eating the things that didn't make me throw up instantly, I was still throwing up a lot. I was having heartburn, severe GERD coming out my nose and everything every single day. And then once I took the collagen away, only because I ran out, within a few days I was fine. I was perfectly fine. That was my big trigger, was the collagen. Also, if you've been following me, you know I had a deep cleaning on my wisdom tooth because it was really swollen and very painful. And then after the deep clean, it was perfect again. Well, last night it started hurting and my gums started swelling again. They swear they can fix it. I told them to give me antibiotics when they did the deep clean, because everything I read said the deep clean doesn't always get rid of all the infection, and then you need another round or 2 of antibiotics. And it took years of my life for this wisdom tooth to come out, like grow in place. So it's had a lot of issues. But like I said, the pain is back. So I had to take a Motrin last night and this morning from it. And just now. Just a few minutes ago, because the swelling and pain is back. I know it could take multiple deep cleanings to try to get it all out. But everything I read said you really can hit it in that first try if you just give them the antibiotics at the same time. But they said no. So we'll see when they're able to do it again. But I'm going to the doctor on Wednesday, and I'm going to ask for some antibiotics just in case it gets worse. Because I have an amazing doctor, and she will be like, here you go. Because she's known me for years, and I've only taken antibiotics 3 times. It's doxycycline 3 times in the last 2 years. Because it's all I can take, and I know to only take it for emergencies. I don't want to build up a tolerance for it. But something has gotten into my eye out there today, and I cannot get it out. It's probably the cucumber vines. When I was pulling them down, all these spiky white things covered me, and they itched and wanted to poke me to death, so I had to spray myself off with the water hose. But I'm really proud of myself because I cannot believe how much I've done in the last few days. I might not show my steps, but I don't care. I just kicked butt out there. The yard looked so much better, and those flowers are making it so pretty. So pretty. I really wish they had more of the colors from last year. They are my favorite, but this year seems to be maroon, yellow, and orange. Last year was different shades of purples, yellows, and a peachy orange. It's kind of funny how each year they have different shades. I think I'm going to try growing some from seeds next year. Alright, I am going to shut up, and if you see nothing else on this video, it means I ate nothing else, and I really don't plan on it. I'm not hungry. I'm just very thirsty. If I try the protein drink, like I said I'm going to, I will let you know tomorrow how it works out, because I think this video is long enough. And that way I can go ahead and edit it right now and get it over with, and I won't have to wake up and go straight to my computer in the morning, because that's what I normally do, and that's when I edit and do all that stuff. Maybe I could get it all done tonight and relax in the morning.